Jai Hind everyone, I am back with another video. In this video, I will be explaining you the conflict between the Israel and the Palestine. Palestine and Philistine is the same thing like China and China, so don't be confused in between these two words. Okay, so this map that you are seeing right now on your screen is a transition from 1946 to 2016, or you can say 2021. So this tells you about the all the conflict that is going on and what is the issue, what is the contention point between both these countries. This map tells you everything, and my video will also be revolving around this map only because this is the great describing what is the issue there. So okay, so let's start the video. So in the start of the 19th century, there was a widespread persecution of Jews in the Europe, in the Russia also there was a anti-Semitism movement, and you can say in all part of the world, Jews were killed and persecuted, excluding the India. Jews were never persecuted in India because we always believe in the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and that's why Jews love India. So because of this, a Zionist movement started. Okay, and this movement called for the establishment of a nation state for the Jewish people in Palestine. Why? Because they considered that Palestine is the region that is historically belongs to them, and it is very much significant for their religion also. So they wanted to establish a nation for themselves, like a nation for the Jewish people in the Palestine region. So a lot of immigration started into the Palestine of the Jewish people. So this is where the conflict started in this region. So at that time, this region was controlled by Ottoman Empire. So Ottoman Empire were controlling the region of Palestine, the Middle East, Europe, and also some countries in the Africa region. So before World War One, they were controlling the region. So when the Jews started coming to the Palestine, they objected that, and they started killing the Jews in this region. But once the World War One started, and like English and Ottoman Empire were opposites, the Ottoman Empire was fighting with Germany, was with Germany, and they were fighting against the English. So once this World War ended, English defeated the Ottoman Empire, and they were having a lot of money, so they came to the Palestine and they bought a lot of land there, and this is how they changed the demography there. Okay, and so this is how the things were going on, and in between these times there was also a widespread violence there, the the riots between the Arabs and the Jews. So there was a whole lot of violence there. And when the British, after World War One, British took the control of this region by defeating the Ottoman Empire. And when in 1947 they left the territory, this region, then United Nations came into the role. And on 29th November 1947, the United Nations adopted a resolution. So they decided to divide this region into three parts. So one part is for the Arab state, for the Muslim people. Second part is for the Jewish state, that is for the Yahudis, the Jews. And the third part is the city of Jerusalem. Why city of Jerusalem is not given to anyone? Because city of Jerusalem is having a significant importance for all the three religions, that is Christianity, Islam, and for Jews also. So it was not given to any one party. So but the Palestinian people, the Arabs, didn't accept this, though Israelis were accepted this, but the Palestinians were not in the mood of accepting this. So on the next very day, the widespread violence started. The Palestinian people started killing the Jews there. So this is how again violence started, and this is how the first Israeli-Arab war started in 1948, and this resulted in massive casualties. Around thousands of casualties were there, and but once this war ended, it ended in the favor of Israel, because Israel successfully managed to defend its territories, to defend its people. So this war was in favor of Israel, and Palestinian people, the Arab people, could not gain so much from this war. So in 1967 again the war broke out, and this time also the Egypt, Jordan, Syria, Palestine, they were all fighting against the Israel, but this time Israel was very better prepared, and they won this war this war very clear. It was a clear-cut victory for Israel. They won this war in the 6 days only. So that's why this war is called a 6-day war. So this war was in very much favor of Israel, because once the war ended, Israel was having the control on the West Bank that was earlier was controlled by Jordan, and they also took the control of Gaza Strip that was earlier in control of Egypt. So this was a very significant move by Israel, that they were having control of these two territories of the Palestine. After 1967, the Israelis were successfully controlling the region, the main part of the Israel, the West Bank and Gaza. Though there were violence, the violence was always there in this region. There was always riots between the Jews and the Muslim people there. But by the early 1990s, international efforts to settle this conflict had begun, and Israeli and Palestinian people also wanted some peace. So it eventually led to the Oslo Accords. These accords, the Oslo Accords of 1993, this was very famous. So this was for the peace in the region. But once the Oslo Accords came into the picture, the extremists like Hamas, the terrorist organization in the Palestine, they started objecting this accord. Okay, they do not want to peace with the Jewish people. They want it completely free of the Jewish people. So they objected it. They were against it. And the same in the Israel also. The fanatic people, the extremist Yahudi people, they were against this Oslo Accord. So the very next year, the Prime Minister of Israel, Mr. Rabin, was assassinated by an Israeli fanatic. So this very much derailed this peace process, and it went into the dustbin. So from 1993 to 2000, there was a massive conflict. There was again massive violence, the riots between the Arabs and the Jewish people. And in 2000, the second Intifada started. Intifada is like uprising. Okay, Intifada is an Arabic word. So in 2000, second Intifada started. The first was in 1987 or 1989. I do not remember exactly. So it is Intifada, like uprising, like you are seeing uprising in the Kashmir. Okay, all this in 2005, Israeli Prime Minister Sharon ordered the removal of Israeli troops from the Gaza region. So Israel decided to evacuate its people and the soldiers. So they decided to give the control of Gaza to the Palestinian people, though they were having the control on the West Bank and the Golan Heights. This is the reason that you can see the Israel, main part Israel, the Tel Aviv, it's the capital, and this West Bank region that is still in control of the Israel, and this Gaza Strip that is in control of the Hamas, that you must have heard in the news, that a terrorist organization in the Palestine. Okay, so but Israel is still controlling the exercise on the air territory, on the water territory of the Gaza. Okay, so whatever coming in, coming out, it is all control of the Israel. So in UN point of view, the Gaza and West Bank is still in control of Israel. Countries are on the brink of a war. So around 83 people have died in this war. And so now an Egyptian delegation arrives in the Tel Aviv to pursue a ceasefire between both the countries. And we are seeing a massive strikes from both the countries. The Hamas, they are firing a lot of rockets into the Israeli territory, and again the Israel protecting its citizens from their Iron Dome technology, and they are also conducting the air strikes into the Gaza Strip. Okay, so this is their technology, that is Iron Dome. You must have heard about this, so you must be knowing about this, what it is. So this is like our MBRL, the multi-barrel rocket launchers, but it has a small trajectory. So what it does is, its technology, like you can see in the picture, like whenever they intercept something in the sky, that a rocket is coming, they fired from there and they intercepted it in the sky and they explode it into the sky only. So this is how they are protecting the Israeli people, the Israeli infrastructure there from the incoming rockets from the Gaza territory. Okay, so this is how they are protecting. This was the video. I hope you enjoyed this, and please don't forget to like, share and comment, and please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.